Have you ever been broke before?
I came from becoming the regional manager African operations at that time to getting to the point where I could not afford to put 500 naira fuel in my car. All right, I could not afford to have 200 naira that would take me from Wagada in Lagos to VI in Lagos just to go and source for business. Even people will ask me, oh boy, come, okay, come, let's hear what you are saying. But you don't have transport or even have airtime, okay, to just make a call. You don't have.
Know where you're going, know where you're going, know where you dey come from. Gonna suffer go teach you lessons, you understand? But now, if I show you our bank statement and what we do, not because I have the money sitting in my pocket, but what greatest or the most wealthiest person we've known ever in history is King Solomon.
Absolutely.
We've sat down to calculate Solomon's wealth, as that when it translates to today's wealth, nobody can reach Solomon.
But today, to the glory of God, we are turning things in billions.
One question for you. What's the truth about life that you've learned that you wish more people understood?
The truth about life that I have learned and that I wish more people understand and practice.
Yes.
Stewardship. Stewardship is an act of managing other people's resources the way you would have wanted yours to be managed. And a lot of times we take things for granted, not knowing the implications of that. There's nothing we have that is not given. Today we have come to give God thanks for the life, for the goodies, the things He has given us, the air, everything about us. So we received by Him, through the love He has. So we are to manage it and then be conscious that we are by His grace, we live by His grace. So stewardship for me is one major thing. Even those of us who are working in the career world, the way you manage other people's resources, it is a test of your own time, because your time will come and people will be employed in your firm to manage your resources. So stewardship for me is like a chain and an oil that oils the wheel of life to the greatness.
That's a good one. Have you ever been broke before?
Yes, I have, several times.
Okay, so how did you?
Okay, so I was a big guy at some point, and then I lost my job at some point in my career. It became a turbulent time. Okay, that was the days of my wilderness experience. We were there for a longer time. God pulled us out. Persistency, all right, being persistent, persevere, consistency in what we know that is the truth. Okay, doing that and then despising not the days of little beginning was one of the things that pulled us out. Then gradually we started building up, and then here we are today.
Did you go like where you had the broke bottom?
I came from becoming the regional manager African operations at that time to getting to the point where I could not afford to put 500 naira fuel in my car. All right, I could not afford to have 200 naira that would take me from Wagada in Lagos to VI in Lagos just to go and source for business. Even people will ask me, oh boy, come, okay, come, let's hear what you are saying. But you don't have transport or even have airtime, okay, to just make a call. You don't have what it takes to do that. Reason is because there was no money. Okay, we just started a business and the business was not yielding. And remember, there was no plan B. That's what I'm talking about, stewardship.
Yes.
When I was working in the paid employment world, I didn't have any plan B. I focused on the job, grew the company I was working with, became African regional manager African operations, and then all of a sudden, one story to the other, I lost that job and they crashed the ground. One story to the other, I lost that job and they crashed the ground. But today, to the glory of God, we are turning things in billions to His glory.
So, in 1 minute, just give us secrets on how to be successful in business or in life.
Integrity is number one. It's a capital. It's a major social capital every businessman is expected to have. Be sincere at all times. People want to see you and invest with you or trust you that what you say you will do, whether they are there or not. I run a facility. We started as a facility management company. Okay, we got to the point where if we promise you that we are going to eradicate, say, mosquitoes in your house, for instance, we are going to do fumigation that is effective, we will do it. Peradventure, you also come back and say, hey, the service was not good. We paid the price of going back, even at all cost. Most of the time, very painful, but we do it because we have said this is what we are going to do. So making promises is one, keeping that promises is two. Now, most of the time, keeping that promises takes a lot of cost and pain. But you just have to do it because that is a stance on integrity. It's a major capital that when people know that you have it, they can go all out for you, and that is a lot.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. The
Okay, let me
first
remove the
question, right? What's the truth about life that you've learned that you wish more people understood?
The truth about life for me that I've learned so much is that you just have to be humble, stay consistent, be hardworking, live life for yourself. Live life for yourself in the essence of you must make time for yourself. If you don't do what we call self-development or self-discovery, there's no how you can be beneficial or you can be important or you can do things that will affect lives in general. I'll use myself as a case study. On my journey of self-discovery, I've been able to empower myself and empower people around me in the craft that I work. So I'm a tailor, I'm a designer. I run a clothing brand, which is wabweze.ng. You can check us on IG. So I know we started from one tailor, but being consistent, at least I have a staff strength of about 36 persons that work with us right now. And it's been an amazing experience totally. So you must stay humble, your mind on the go, know where you're going, know where you're going, know where you come from. But now suffer will teach you lessons, you understand? Because we don't want to be like the way our fathers were. So that's why we have to put in the work. We have to ensure that everything goes well. And with God on our side, most importantly, he says he will strengthen you to do all things, all things. There's nothing that God cannot strengthen you to do. All things according to your what? How far you can think or how you can imagine it. There's nothing that God cannot empower. That's what I have to share.
That's great. So if you could go back in time in your life, what would you do different?
If I could go back in my life, I think that would be probably when I was in school, change some courses that I did.
Yeah.
But I did engineering for 4 years. But I won't say it's not beneficial to me.
Because it has not affected you
Yeah,
negatively.
negatively because I would have gone for more, maybe go to business,
Yes.
just start business from
Yes.
start, and because with business you can empower a lot of people. Because if you work for people, you can empower a lot of persons.
Yeah.
So with business, you create a strategy, you create a small structure, then you scale it from time to time to time, and you can't do the job alone because now you have to bring people.
Right.
When you're bringing people, you are empowering, you are creating more impact. Impact on the side of the government, impact on the side of value creation and all of that. So when you do that, it's mind-blowing. So if I could go back, I would just maybe focus more on business. Maybe I go to fashion school where I know this is my core. So you get. But I did engineering, did a business experience, and with that I can still tap in all the knowledge that I have in school down to my business. So it's been an amazing and exciting journey so far.
That's wonderful. So last question. A lot of people, like a lot of youths, they just see people like you that are successful in maybe different career. They want to be like you. They just give up and say, okay, I know sure say me happy do this. I know sure say happy be this kind of person. So what advice can you give them?
There's nobody that you can ever imagine that you cannot be like. You understand? The first thing you should try to become is try to become like Christ. In knowing yourself, first know what he has created you for. Special assignment he has given you that nobody else will do is you. So when you discover self in Christ, you now discover self again. It's off the hook. It's off the hook. You understand? At that point, you do things, big things that you never imagined that you could do. I know growing up, I wanted to work in Chevron. I wanted to do 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on. That's the kind of mindset. Probably by then they would have been paying me salary, probably maybe 1,500,000.
Yes.
But now, if I show you our bank statement and what we do, not because I have the money sitting in my pocket, but what I could do. Pastor David taught us something there. Create a 12. After you create 12, you create another 12. So Pastor David has taught us the principle of 12. So I know when I created my first 12. I know when I increased my first 12 to another 12. So that means the journey. So if you 12 times 3. So you see, I already have my 36. So now we are looking at creating another 12 again. You understand? So there's nothing can stop anybody. You just be consistent. Believe in God. Put God at the center of what you do. Because for my job, I always put God at the center. No matter what, God and the partner. Pastor David taught us when you're going to start a business, God as the partner in your business. And he's the one that will take care of the business. You will not struggle to pay salaries. You will not struggle for you to earn clients because he's a partner. And God will not come into something that you want to see scatter. No. When even when you are failing, because it's a partner,
Yes.
he empowers it.
What would you tell those people who, now you believe in God? Those people who are successful, right, or they don't believe in God. So how would you, what would you tell those people?
It is not possible to experience real wealth without God. Okay. The greatest or the most wealthiest person we've known ever in history is King Solomon.
Absolutely.
We've sat down to calculate Solomon's wealth as that when it translates to today's wealth, nobody can reach Solomon. And it was God that gave Solomon when Solomon was sleeping.
Yeah.
After Solomon's sacrifice on the altar, God called Solomon. And Solomon asked Solomon, what do you want? God said, I need wisdom. Not wisdom for him to lead himself, wisdom to be prosper, but wisdom to be able to lead the people. So when you create a business that's surrounded about people, just empowering people, and God backs you with it, it's fine. And there's no way we will not take care of you that will take care of people. God is, if he sends you, he will commission you. And in that, he will prosper you. Do you understand? So your life will be for people. Value creation. Look at the problems, societal problems you can solve. Look at the things that you can do. And you, in doing that, you will find yourself. And you will find a real purpose. Do you understand? That's what I have to share with you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. It's a good one. Thank you for your advice. Respect.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah, thank you so much.